clips. My number 9 is Valkyrion, the Magna Warrior. A lot of monsters on this
They don't even know.
Shut the fuck up, because I'm about to explain right now. A lot of monsters on this list, then I wouldn't say I have decks for them, but these are just a lot of big monsters that I really wish I could have made a deck for because I like them that much. And Valkyrion, the Magna Warrior, I always liked him for that ability. It was so hard to bring him out.
Play Dog Gaia.
No, but it's still hard to bring out.
Not Dog Gaia.
Because you're fused. But I want to bring him on the field. These are the boss monsters. I want to put him on the field. I want him to do the work. And I like his ability where he can like separate back into 3 pieces. But my thing about it is just I wish that, not that I wish it was more for him. Yeah, all of that. But I liked him mainly for the ability like, it's really hard to bring out. He's 3,500 attack points. He's strong enough. He's worth 3 monsters. But, yeah. I like this artwork, and I love just the whole idea of like, you put them together, not like a fucking I wouldn't say like a Megazord, but he's more like a you put them together like a big ass weapon. Because if anything, I would say that VWXYZ Dragon Can's on the same level with that Megazord type of shit. And I wish I would have thought of that, but I didn't. So let's move on to number 8 now.
Okay, number 8. For me, is Light and Darkness Dragon.
Where'd you get that from?
I've got it from him because he always used to use Light and Darkness.
Fucker.
But he always used Light and Darkness Dragon in a very, I don't know what I'm doing kind of way. And I always saw so much wasted potential in Light and Darkness Dragon. So I went out of my way and I'm like, you know what deck could really use this card to its fullest extent? Frog Monarchs. And I picked up a card as great as that. And I use it in such a good way to bring back stuff like Monarchs and using, stuff like Nimble Momonga. That's just such a sloppy way of using it.
I never brought back Nimble Momonga with
No, but I'm like, but playing him through stuff like that, he played very sloppy. But you see, it's like I played it in a 1-2-3 fast fashion, like Treeborn Frog, all right, enemy control, take your shit, all right, boom, lad, 1-2-3, you destroy him. So it's like very fast, very, quick, smart. And, that's one reason Light and Darkness has always been the yin yang, favorite card in my corner. And, he was always, I like yin yang, the style of it and the style of that on the card and its effects. So just like, it's such a great card. And it's right there as my number 8 in my Frog Monarchs. And I really love that card.
Well, my number 8 could beat your number 8. Fucking loser. My number 8 is Shinado, King of a Higher Plane. I've always liked that ritual monster. Never from the actual. I used to like him before they put him in the TV show where Jonah used it. And what's that kid's name? The virtual reality kid.
Yeah, Noah.
No, I said Jonah. Wow, I'm stupid. Some dumb me. I'm horrible with names. I like Shinado mainly because of the fact that like that ability. He's a king of a higher. Like he always had that arc. And I loved his ability. I loved his ability. I love that ability. And 3,200 attack points, which is such a weird attack points. It's like, what? 3,300? Who's that? This is a weird number to go off of. It is just very odd. I liked it. And he's blue, just like the ritual things. I like it. Moving on.
That's
number
it?
7. Yeah.
Okay. Number 7 for me is King of the Feral Imps because that card has given reptiles new life.
Made reptiles meta now?
I don't say meta, but life. That reptiles had no support. It's basically just Gira Gigain X, but for reptiles.
I'll say that.
It's exactly the same. Same stats, same effect. Its text is pretty much very similar, except Gigain X is a little bit more broken because he can get stuff off from the graveyard as well. You can grab fallen shit from your grave. Yeah. However, King of the Feral Imps can't do that. But, however, I love King of the Feral Imps because he was a good thing for an old deck like Aliens, Worms, and other decks that could just use it to just grab a quick reptile.
Reptilian, yeah.
So that card has been great. I'm grateful that he was generic and not just 2 reptile monsters.
I wish he was.
But I'm just like, but he's a very great card, and it's like I kneel down to King of the Feral Imps, like, thank you. I needed you. And you made everything good for me.
The most ironic part of the card is
my number 7 favorite, that common fucking XYZ.
No, but
you're okay with me, man.
The most
you
ironic,
and me go places.
The most ironic thing about King of the Feral Imp is the fact that Feral Imp is a fiend monster.
And not a reptile.
It's like the dumbest thing. They should have just kept it with that first thing, King Gremlin. My number 7 though is Guardian Eatos.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
He's just mad because he didn't.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck
he's just mad because he had all day and he didn't think of it, and I thought of it, and he's just mad about it that I thought of it. It's in my list. It's in my list. I've always loved Guardian de Yatos as just because of the fact of Raphael and that whole story with him, and then it's the fact that it didn't look like an angel, but just more of like the whole thing was like when it came to the field, it was just like. You have to pay attention. It's such an attention grabber. It's so like, yeah, I'm here. And I mean, he wasn't my favorite Guardian monster out of all of them, but he was like the big kahuna though. So, you know.
I really wish I had a cigarette right now. I really wish I had a cigarette. Fuck.
And he was just like the big kahuna in the deck, and I've always liked that. And, you know.
Smoke.
And yeah, let's move on to number 6 now. New clip.